Okay, hello everybody. Jono here from the Course Creator community. I am super excited because we have an absolute rock star on the line this week, coming all the way from Athens, Greece. And I'm not just bringing her on because she's from my homeland and she's one of my cousins or something. She's really, really good at what she does. And you know what? She's actually the first Greek person I've actually interviewed for this podcast. So I'm super excited. A little bit about this person. She's the Senior Growth Marketing Manager at LearnWorlds. She's in charge of partnerships and the affiliate program. She's got a background in consulting firms, service-based businesses, media, tech companies, startups. She's been an entrepreneur. She's been a corporate trainer, and she loves all things entrepreneurship, technology, basketball, and the sea. So without further ado, let me introduce the one and only Miss Stella Mikraki. Stella, how are you?
Hi, Jono. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here on your show.
Awesome. I'm excited too. Now, Stella, I like to start all my podcasts off with a quote or mantra that inspires you or fires you up. Have you got one for us?
Yes, actually, I do. I think it was Henry Ford who said it. Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. And actually, I believe in that a lot. It's our own reality that we create within our minds. Anything is possible. I have confirmed this a lot of times in my life. And actually, at this time that we are preparing for an online summit, I have also confirmed this another time because, I managed to book Guy Kawasaki and Neil Patel, and if it was like 2 months ago, I would never have believed that. But if you believe it, you take the action steps, you can do anything. And so if you think you cannot do something, it's most likely that it's all in your mind, really.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of that quote myself. That one quote changed my life.
Yes.
I can't remember the exact place I heard it, but as soon as I heard that, just a flick switch, and it was like, all right, hold on. If I'm telling myself that I can't do something, I'm setting myself up for failure, right? If I'm telling myself
Exactly.
I can't do it, obviously I'm not going to do it. But if I tell myself I can do it, like it's just a matter of time. I'll try something, doesn't work, try again. Doesn't work, try again. Doesn't work, try again. But either way, I've got to believe that there. And then I see it in other people as well. Now if I'm, having a conversation with someone or trying to influence someone, and I can tell by their mindset whether they're going to be successful or not, just by the answer to that question there. If they're like, yeah, look, I don't think it's going to work, but look, I'll give it a try. Don't even bother. Right? But if you go in there and you're like, you know what, I'm committed. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure this works. Chances are you're going to hit it or you're going to get pretty close. So I
You're,
love that there.
you're
Now,
absolutely right. And I used to believe I had failures. And then I started looking at it from a different angle, actually. It's not failures. It's not that you cannot do something, you have made a mistake. It's all about a learning process, and people need to really feel that deep inside in order to change their mindset.
yes, love that. I'm a huge, so my favorite quote is probably the one you mentioned, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right. My second favorite one is I never lose. I either win or I learn. That's the way I look
Yes.
at life. It's like if something happens, I didn't fail at it. I just learned, and then I learned another thing and I learned another thing and I learned another thing. And I think I don't know what it's like in Greece, but over here in Australia, I think the school system, if you get a question wrong, it's considered bad, considered, you
Yes.
failed or whatever, same in Greece.
Same in Greece, and
Yeah,
always
yeah.
with those tests when we are at school. Not everybody is made for these tests.
Hmm.
People should be tested in a different way, maybe to help them, show their skills, their way of thinking, their capabilities, not just fill out a test and get a pass grade or a fail grade.
That's it. Well, I used to cheat on my tests in school, because I knew that if I failed, I would get in trouble. So I'm like, all right, I better cheat to make sure that I don't get in trouble. And that's the worst thing you can
Yes.
do, because you
Because of
don't learn.
fear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's like at least if I failed, I would have known, okay, there's another, I've got to learn a way around this, or I've got to do this. So yeah, love your thinking there. But hey, what I want to talk about today, Stella, is all about affiliates and JVs when launching your course.
Yes.
Now, this is a topic that I love myself because I love talking to other people. As you can probably tell, I've got a podcast, I've got a Facebook group. I do more interviewing with other people on this Facebook group than I do talking
And you're
myself.
doing a great job at it.
Well, thank you, because I like collaboration. It's what I like doing. And, I believe it's the fastest way to get forward, because one person, you've only got so many hours in a day, right? But if you can have a team or affiliates or JVs, you can just grow a lot quicker. What I think we might start with, Stella, there may be some people listening to this that are like, what the hell is an affiliate or JV? Is that an initial, or what the hell is a JV? So do you even just want to start us there? What's an affiliate? What's a JV?
So an affiliate, or even better, we could start with affiliate marketing, is actually an underutilized channel that can help you promote your product, your service, your online course, any offering that you have. And affiliate marketing is all about collaborating with other professionals, colleagues, peers, other experts in your domain or supplementary domains to actually create synergies and promote your product even better. So what an affiliate does is that often he recommends a product, and when a person signs up through their affiliate link or their recommendation, they get a commission from the product vendor. The thing is, with affiliate marketing, the thing is that it's often linked to bad practices and scams and low quality content, but it's not always the case, and it's not the majority of cases. Working with commissions is not a new notion. It's been around since, I don't know, maybe the 19th century or something. So people sell or promote a product and receive a percentage of the sales value. This is something that everybody does. It's around in offline brick and mortar businesses.
Houses.
Or online.
That's how real estate agents make their money, right?
Yes.
They sell a house,
yes.
and they get a commission.
Exactly. So, of course, there are, professionals out there that don't have the work ethics that you would expect, but I definitely recommend using affiliate marketing as a way to grow your business. I don't know if you have ever used it, John. No, I mean,
yes.
If you have a good opinion about it, really.
Yes, I love it on many different levels. So let me think of a few different ways we can explain this. So, yes, Stella mentioned that it's often got a lot of people have bad opinions from it, because I think what happens sometimes there is, people go on ClickBank or any of these links and they just find a product that they haven't even tried, and they're like, yeah, let me just, get it out there to make some money. And I don't think that's a good idea, but let's even look at it at a more simpler side of things, right? Now, I use ClickFunnels, as you can probably tell here, right? That's the ClickFunnels logo there. Now, they actually have an affiliate program where it's like, if you use ClickFunnels and you recommend it to someone else, you get a few dollars from that, right? Now, I don't really do that much just because it's not the sort of business that I've been in, but that's an example there where if there's a product that you use, like, why not recommend it to someone and get a few extra dollars for it there? It's not hurting you, providing you believe in that product, Actually, I have done it the bad way. Okay, I'll be full disclosure here. I've done it the bad way before. 10 years ago, there was a multi-level marketing product, and it was one of those things where, you sell it and then you make a few dollars if you sell it. And then if that person sells it, you make a few dollars. You've seen those pyramid sort of things, right? Do you have them in Greece as well? Pyramid schemes?
Yes.
Okay,
sure,
yeah.
yes.
I thought maybe you called them Acropolis schemes or something over there, but okay, pyramid schemes too. So I signed up for one of those just because I wanted money. I'd never even used the product before. And guess what? I made 0 sales because I didn't care about the product, right? So that's probably a bad example there. But if you care about the product, like, why not, right? And that's just one example there with a product. But what happens with me a lot in my other business, right? In fitness education online, I got a big list, right? Maybe 10,000 personal trainers. So every week, someone else who serves that market will contact me and be like, hey, Jono, I've got this product here. I don't have a list. You've got a big list of 10,000 people. Can you get it out to your list and we'll give you 50%? And it's just such a good win-win, because for me, I don't have to come up with a program or a course. I'm selling someone else's course, right? I can sell it to my audience and I get 50% for doing absolutely nothing, right? For the other person, it's a win as well, because they've got a really, really good course or really, really good program, but they've got no one to sell it to. If they were going to try and build a list to 10,000 people, that's going to take them 5 years. So it's like, okay, they've got a choice. They can either do it in 1 week with me, or they can spend 5 years and do it for themselves. It's a win-win, no-brainer, you know? So that's where I do a lot of it at the moment. You know, people come up to me because I've got that list, and then I can, you know, sell to my list like that. So and I guess there's a few different ways we can go about it, because most people listening to this are probably the opposite though. Most people are probably like, yeah, all well and good for you, Jono, but I don't have a 10,000 person list, you know? How do I find someone that's got a 10,000 person list and get them to sell my product? So I've got a few suggestions, but I'd love to hear your suggestions, Stella. What if someone's like
Exactly.
that?
So that's exactly the power of affiliate partnerships, that even if you start from scratch, and you know, everybody knows nowadays that you need a community, you need an audience to launch your product, either it's on Facebook or a good email list. So what do you do if you don't have it? What do you do if you don't have it? There comes affiliate marketing and affiliate partnerships. Actually, there's a term called joint ventures. It's often used in affiliate marketing. So this is not really different from creating an affiliate partnership, but it signals the point that with a joint venture, your goal is to actually capitalize on the other person's audience and relationship with their audience to launch your product. So JV partnerships is all about launching products with the other person together. Even if you start from scratch, as I said, even if you have no audience, this is a best way to get started. What you do first is you need to find the right people. And even before that, let's say you need to have a very good quality product, because your first goal is to have other affiliates buy into your product value. So your first goal is to get affiliates on board. And where do you find them actually? You can look in your peers. You can check the internet. I'll be happy to give you more details about how you can do that. But what you have to do actually is use advanced Google search to find people that sell complementary products to yours, products that are actually targeting the same audience as you do. So you're not really competing with them, rather supplementing with your online courses, and ask them if they want to join your product launch. Then the next step is that you need to have a really good sample of your product. If they don't know you, you have to entice them that this is going to be a very good launch, that you are going to sell, because you know affiliates want commissions, want money, want to see that your offer will be converting very well. So first of all, you have to convince them that you have a really good quality product. It's very easy to prepare a sample. You don't have to give up your whole course to a prospect or a prospecting partner, but you can prepare a sample. You can take a part of this, a good part of this, and share it with the affiliate. For example, if you are using LearnWorlds, our platform, to sell online courses, there is the ability to duplicate your course and create a second course that is a part of the actual course that you're selling. And you can use this free course as a sample to entice the affiliates. I don't know the steps so far sound.
I'll sort of piggyback and explain down a bit, but I will also let everyone watching this on Facebook, if you're interested in learning more of this and going deeper, this is the topic that Stella, you are going to present at the summit, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This is I will get into much detail in the summit, but I'm happy to answer any questions here as well, of course.
Awesome. Yep. So if you're watching on Facebook, you like this sort of stuff, just comment Stella down below. We'll get you down the link, and then you can watch the full presentation in more detail. If you're listening on the podcast, I'll also put the link in the show notes, but it is a time sensitive thing. It's going to be on September the 14th and 15th. So if you're watching the podcast later, it's after that time, maybe not. But okay, let me just sort of piggyback of what you've said there, Stella, and just make sure we're all on the same page. So the first thing we essentially need to do is find the right people to affiliate with, right? We want to go on affiliate, great. Don't just, hit up any idiot on the internet. Let's find someone that's got the same audience that we want to sell to, but ideally not selling the exact same thing. Because let's use me as an example. The major course that I sell is helping personal trainers grow their boot camp. If somebody else comes up to me and says, hey, I've also got a course, how to help personal trainers grow their boot camp, even though it's the same audience, it sort of competes a little bit. And look, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I'd have to think really, really hard about it, right? Whereas a good one that I did recently was during COVID. One of my friends is really, really good at video quality. He knows how to do really, really high quality videos and put a timer up there and put text down below and have the sound good and the video really good. And he put together a course for personal trainers. He said to me, hey, Jono, I've got this course here on how to make your videos your live streaming videos sound and look better during COVID. And for me, that was a no-brainer for personal trainers. They all needed to go online during COVID. I don't have those skills. He's got those skills. Let's do it. Why not? Well, it was perfect for me. So that's why I like that there. So many different strategies to find. People that will partner with you. My opinion, that should also be part of your research as well. When you're putting your course together, you should be having a bit of a look around, who else are the heavy hitters in these names, who's got the Facebook groups, who are the Instagram influencers, who's got the big YouTube channels. Let me keep an eye out on them. Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels, talks about this as the Dream 100, where he's like, if you work with Russell Brunson, the first thing you need to do is write down 100 people that would be your dream collaborators. And then you essentially, work your way in and go from there. But, in a nutshell, that's step one. Let's find these people here, right? Step two is we need to give them some sort of a sample. And we'll use that example that, with my friend with the video quality, in that he put a video up on Facebook, which was basically, hey, personal trainers, do you want your live streaming videos to look and sound like this? It was like a 2-minute video, and he tagged me in it. And I could see it, and I'm like, yes, if I was a personal trainer, and he said for free as well. You need one $20 subscription, and apart from that, you can do it with your iPhone and some AirPods, And I was like, okay, yes, that looks good. I know that if he can teach trainers how to do that, they will be happy. So I had that trust in there. Whereas if he was just any idiot that hit me up and said, oh, I've got this course that can make your videos look better, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. But the fact that he was able to show me that little sample of what he can do had that trust in there, right? So I think that's good when you've said that. And then the last thing is the sell. That's really what I care about, right? As much as I, want to help as much as I, want to get good info out there, if it's an affiliate, all I really care about is, am I going to make more money doing that than what I would selling my own program, right? Because let's say, for example, let's use this gentleman once again, right? I think he was selling it for $100 or something. And I did the math and I'm like, I know we're going to sell about 100 of these. I got no doubt in my mind, if I put it out to my list, we'll sell 100 of these, and it's, 50-50 each, $50, $5,000 a week. That's more than what I would have made if I sold my own product there. So I will gladly go and sell to this person here. But let's say, for example, he was selling it for, let's say, $20, and I only thought that I could sell 10 of them. There's no point. There's nothing in it for me. you know, or maybe the other way, you know, let's say he was selling it for $2,000 and I knew that no one of my people are going to buy it for $2,000. I'm not going to promote it, you know? So I love how you've got those steps there where it's find the people, give them a sample and make sure it's something that sells because that's all they really care about. We on the same page there?
Yes, yes, yes. And also I have to add another step, which is to watch and learn. You always have to watch what the big guys and the big ladies do and replicate and even improve. For example, one example that comes to mind is Marie Forleo and Amy Porterfield.
Oh, every second post on my Facebook is someone else selling Amy Porterfield's thing right now.
Exactly. My example is actually that, you know, that Marie Forleo has an annual program that is called B School. So she launches it every year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And what happens is that she really gets quality affiliate partners on board, like Amy Porterfield, and they, you know, they openly promote her program. So Amy Porterfield is actually doing a very professional launch for Marie's product. She does three video series, a pre-launch series. She gives extra bonuses when people join Marie's program through Amy's link, and she creates a community around Marie's product. You know, this is something that you really have to watch carefully, see the steps that they take, see the actions, see the methods that they use, and try to replicate it, if not everything, but you know, in a smaller scale, you can implement a lot of these tactics. So watch and learn is my advice. I know it sounds like a cliche, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The big people, the big names, they are doing it. They are doing it already. Yes. So this is my advice, and then the next step would be to really engage with your partners. You know, I to reveal something myself. I used to be a course creator, and as a side note, of course, I'm now a course creator because I also help to create courses for our own academy at LearnWorlds. You can find these courses at academy.learnworlds.com. And so when I did my first launch with affiliate partners, it wasn't a successful one at all. What I did is I went to Manchai. This is a site with launch calendar, and you can find partners there. However, what I did is I had, I think, 80 partners signing up for my launch. The thing is, I didn't engage with them. I didn't actually have them buy into my idea and my product. So when the day of the launch came, instead of sales flowing in, there was a ghost town there. Okay, I had some sales because I did my own promotion too, but nothing came from the affiliate partners, or I think it was only one sale. So instead, what you need to do is look at the possibilities from these relationships. If you nurture your partnerships in a way that they really get to know you as a person, get to know your product, your business, the value that and the transformation that you can offer to their audience, they will really engage with your launch. So always be in contact with your partners, treat them as real collaborators, like if you were colleagues in the same business.
Yes, no, love that. I learned that lesson the hard way as well, even back in my face-to-face business. So I used to be a fitness trainer. I used to run a boot camp, and I essentially did a JV strategy where what I would do is I would go and speak to all the other local businesses in the area, you know, local hairdressers, local beauty salons, nutritionists, physiotherapists. And basically what I would do is say, hey, you know, I'll give all your people a free week of boot camp. Here's a sheet of paper and a clipboard. Just leave it on your front desk and, you know, they can write their name and you know, they get a free session. And that's pretty much what I did. And I would go in maybe every 2 weeks and just pick up that sheet. And one of two things would happen. Either there were no numbers ever in that sheet, or it was in the bin. because I just had no relationship with these people, you know, like they didn't, why are they going to help me out just because it's some random guy there? So then I learned from that and I was like, all
Yes.
right, hold on, you know, even if I can just get, and I had about 10, 20 different of these things all around Sydney, you know, and then I was like, okay, you know, maybe I need to have a better
That's right.
relationship. And I just
Yeah,
focused on
exactly.
having one relationship with a local physiotherapist. And then every single month, I would get at least one referral from that person there. Even though previously, when I was just trying to hit up everyone and I had like 10, 20 clipboards all around Sydney, I would get 0 leads, even though I had 10, 20 of them. Just one good relationship can beat that, because that one person will send you there. So I learned that there. And then that's also a big reason why I podcast. You know, it's like, if we're just two people sending DMs on Facebook, there's only so close we can get, right? But hey, you know, if I bring Stella on my podcast, you know, I can introduce her to my community. I can let her mention her summit. You know, I can have a conversation with her. Great. Now this is a better relationship here, and not like I do it because I want to affiliate. You know, if we do, great. If we don't, who cares? But it's like at least putting it in the ballpark. You know. It's like, right, now I know Stella, cool. If something comes along in the future and we want to collaborate, it's going to be a lot easier for me to, you know, contact her or for her to contact me, because we're already building a relationship there. So I love that point there. You'd agree with that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, totally, totally.
Awesome.
It's we are humans. We do business, but still we are humans, and we need to connect and establish real relationships. And the amazing part with the amazing thing with the internet is that we can do it even if you are in Australia and I'm in Greece. So
Bang
that's
on.
what
Well,
we do
hey,
basically.
Stella, I want to be sensitive of your time. So there's a few
Yes.
questions I like, and I know that you're going to cover more of this in detail in the summit anyway, which is for free, so people can attend that. But there's a few questions that I always like to end my podcast with. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to ask this question. I think you've dropped the answer throughout the podcast a few times already, but I'll ask it anyway. There's many different online course platforms out there, right? You've got whatever, Teachable, ClickFunnels, Kajabi, Newzenla. What's your favorite platform, and what do you recommend people should use if you just had to pick one? And you can give yourself a
My
plug. Don't be shy.
my favorite course platform is LearnWorlds. Of course, as you know by now, I work for LearnWorlds. It's an amazing platform. We have it's not an overstatement to say we have the most features that a course seller would need. And actually, we have a built-in affiliate feature, affiliate management feature, which you can use to build your complete network of affiliates and partners.
Awesome. If you're interested in checking it out, if you're watching on Facebook, just comment learn words down below and me and Stella will get you the info. If you're listening on the podcast, I will put it on the show notes. Now, Stella, another question I always like to ask people is about mentors, right? I'm once again, being an online course platform, a lot of us here should be learning from other people or have learned from other people. So I'll ask you that question. Are there any mentors that you want to give a shout out to? And this can be either a mentor that you've worked with directly, maybe you've done their program or their course or whatever it may be, or maybe it's just someone that you follow on social media and like their advice. What can you tell us there?
So, since the topic here is affiliate marketing and product launches, I have to say that I admire Jeff Walker.
Oh, yes.
Uh, of course, I have learned from a lot of different people, and I cannot mention everybody right now, but Jeff Walker is someone you can watch. He has a long experience in product launches, and actually, I have his
I
book
got it.
here.
Yeah, I saw it there. I'm a huge fan of that book myself. I've done,
Yes.
well, I read that book. Careful though, because if you're listening to this and you read that book, you got to be careful, because I read that book and then I signed up for his $2,000 program like the next week because he sucked me in. So it's a good book, but be careful.
Yeah. Be
Awesome.
careful of the pitch.
Yeah,
Also,
it shows that he's good at it though, right?
yes, yes, of course. And he's very systematic, and you learn step by step what you need to do and look into the details of your launch, which is great. And also I follow a lot of content marketers and SEO experts. If you have a website, SEO is very, very important, and backlinking. So I also follow Brian Dean from Backlinko, and he's very resourceful and will help you grow your organic traffic to your website.
Awesome. Cool. And then the next question, you've answered it as well. The next question I was going to ask is if there was one book you could recommend. Now, I know you've already recommended Jeff Walker Launch, but I can see there's a bookcase behind you there with quite a few.
Yes.
So I'm sure you can give us one more. If it's not Launch, what can you recommend?
So again, I will reference my books. This is a book I did when I did my MBA. I don't know if you see it.
I can
clearly.
see it, but I haven't read it.
I did my MBA in Brighton, UK, which was an amazing experience. And it is Principles of Marketing by Philip Kotler. Philip Kotler and his co-authors, they are amazing authors and experts in marketing. It's a bit academic, but it's also applicable because online marketing is no different than, marketing in the real world, which actually real world is everything right now, online and offline. So Philip Kotler is an expert.
Awesome. Okay, some good tips there. Well, hey, Stella, that's pretty much all I wanted to get through today. Is there anything I should have asked you but didn't, or anything I forgot to ask you, or anything you want to finish us off with?
I think we covered a lot of stuff here. Of course, there's a lot more to say about how to do a launch using the power of affiliates. Again, I want to put emphasis on taking all the steps. Just start if you haven't started already. We are all here to help. You can ask Jono, you can ask me, you can email me at stella@learnworlds.com. You can find people around you who can share experience with you. And also, if you watch what the big names do, you can do it. I used to think that creating a profitable online business was a myth. And then I watched Pat Flynn of Smart Passive Income. That's another mentor that I watch a lot. And I really believed it's possible. And then I started launching my own ebooks back then and all that. And when I saw money coming in, I realized it's really possible. So just take the steps, be systematic, be consistent with your work, and ask people for motivation and mentorship if you need it.
Awesome. Love it. Very inspiring. All right, Stella. Thank you very much for your time. I'll let you go and start your day over there at Greece. I'm getting ready for bed over here in Australia, but thank you very much for your time. I'm going to end the podcast.
Thank you, Jono.
All good.